Hey everybody, it's Rob and Tom here back in University City. I want to thank you so much for a great class today. We were very impressed with how everybody played and how well everybody did. So we're going to break down basically what we did during the class. Okay, so let's begin by tuning up. Remember, first we take our E string, try to get it someplace close to being in tune. If you're playing by yourself, it doesn't really matter. So I can always use another musician to kind of bum an E off of them. Seeing that we're the same, I can get started. I go to the 5th fret of my E string. That's an A. So I compare that to my A string beneath it. And it sounds good. A string, 5th fret, to my D string open. Sound good. Then I go to my D string, 5th fret. Play my G string open. Sounding good. Now this is the only time it's different. We talked about this in class. Go to the 4th fret to tune my B string to my G string. 4th fret. Sounding good. I go back to my 5th. And when in doubt, I always just tune down. Okay, so here we go. 5th fret. B string. Compared to my high E, I'm not sounding so good. So keep tightening it. Good, the tuner says I'm right. Here's my A string. My D string. G string. B string. E string. Good. Remember the acronym that we had learned in class? Easter Bunny gets drunk at Easter. Alright, and next, we talked about playing the perfect note. Now, we started off with our index finger, 2nd fret G string. And we talked about placing that finger right behind the fret for the best tone. And we talked about how if it's a little bit too far back, we end up with this buzzy sound. So we're right up on the inside fret, we're pressing very firmly, the thumb is right behind the neck, and I'm pressing and lifting my knuckles and pushing my wrist forward. This ensures that I won't be blocking any other strings beneath my finger. Great, so that's the perfect note. Alright, now let's go into our first chord. It was D major. We talked about making a peace sign. Goes to the 2nd fret, index finger, 2nd fret, G string. Middle finger goes to 2nd fret, high E string. And my 3rd finger goes to the 3rd fret of my B string. I strum from my D string down. And I have a D major chord. Another thing that was mentioned was taking your hand away, wiggling your fingers, bringing it back. Taking your hand away and back. And just keep doing that over and over again until your hand itself remembers how to play the chord. Okay, now let's move on to our next chord. It was A major. We bring the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger together. Place each of them on the 2nd fret. With your middle finger on the D, that's D string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger, or ring finger, goes to G string, 2nd fret. And your pinky goes to B string, 2nd fret. There we go. So A major. To test your chords, you can arpeggiate them. Remember, arpeggiate means to break a chord apart, string by string. So I've just picked down. So if I have a problem with my chord, something like this, I'll know by arpeggiating it. Okay, now we're going to add a chord for practice over the week. We're going to take our first finger. It's going to go to the first fret of our G string. Our middle finger goes to the second fret, A string. Our third finger goes to the second fret of our D string. So from E to E, that makes this chord E major. So, to recap, we have 3 chords now: A, D, and E. Alright, now that you have those chords down, we can use them to make a blues progression. This is a very common progression. It's been used by thousands of musicians. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Great. So start off practicing 8 beats on A, 8 beats on D, 8 beats on A, 8 beats on E. That's a very, very easy transition, something for you to get used to changing between chords. Then you can get into the blues progression that me and Tommy just played. That will be 16 beats on A, 8 beats on D, 8 beats on A, 4 on your E major, 4 on your D, and 8 on your A.